Hey guys, it's Gary Vay, Nerdchuck, and you're listening to the Front Row Entrepreneur Podcast with our girl, Jen.
Hey there, Jen here. Today, I want to talk about group coaching from two perspectives, as a participant and as a facilitator. So from the facilitator perspective, this is not something I ever thought that I would do. In my early days of business, I started as a consultant, and to be honest, I didn't really love that. And since then, I had grown my business with information products like online courses and my membership site, Front Row VIP. But my coach suggested that I consider it. He thought I might enjoy it, and he said that it would be a great way to add a new revenue stream. So I opened up 10 spots for this pilot program, and I charged $2,000 a person for a 90-day program. And in that program, I included one-on-one strategy calls and group calls. So once somebody signed up, I would send them a really detailed intake form that helped me to learn as much as I could about them and their businesses, their goals, their challenges, their values. And then we would have our first strategy session one-on-one to lay out a plan of action for their next 90 days. This was a really detailed plan that we constructed together. We set benchmarks for their goals, we set deadlines, and we created a detailed list of all the steps that needed to happen. Then each week we came together as a group to share any wins that we've had over the week and any struggles or questions that came up. And then they set their action items for the week ahead. At the end of the month and every month in the program, I would meet with each person again, one-on-one, to evaluate where they were in regard to the plan that we had initially laid out. Now, it's at this point where we may need to pivot based on the feedback that naturally happens when you start to take action on a project or to work on anything new. And we'd also work through any kinks or issues that may have come up during the month. We continued like this for the rest of the 90 days, meeting one-to-one at the end of each month. And to my surprise, I not only brought in significant new revenue into my business, I learned that I really liked working with my clients in this format. And as it turns out, they really liked it too. I loved being part of the incredible work that they're doing. I've helped them launch membership sites from scratch, create their live events, their courses, and reach their revenue goals. I've launched this program, which I call the VIP 90-Day Accelerator, 4 times now. Several of the people who were there with me for the first iteration are still with me in this program. Now, I've added some fun extras like Voxer support, which is that app that is like a walkie-talkie, so that everybody can contact me during the week if they run into any roadblocks or need help with anything. I've also added a live content creation workshop that is included in the price of the program. So this was like a bonus this time around. And we're all going to come together and meet in person to create a full 3 months worth of strategic content in one day. I've got a special system for that. And it's actually something that I taught at my live event in Isle of Palm, South Carolina this past October. But now I want to dive into talking about the benefits of being a participant in a program like this. So I'm in a program very similar to the one I run with my coach, Ron Reich, who is incredibly brilliant and really just a lovely person who I respect and admire very much. He's created a community that for me has become absolutely invaluable. So just like in my own accelerator, he offers one-to-one strategy calls, but the bulk of our time together is spent as a group. We have 2 calls a week as a group, and it's a place where when I get stuck with anything, and I mean anything at all, I know that there's people there who are going to have a solution. I've also been able to find joint venture partners and new clients, and it's just really where I go to receive encouragement, commiseration, and inspiration whenever I need it. So back to the whole point of group coaching as a new revenue stream. Because I've had such success with my accelerator program, I've been sharing this with my own students and clients and helping them to set up their own similar types of programs. And this is especially great for people who don't have a large audience yet. So, for example, one of my accelerators named Ariane, she has no website, no real mailing list to speak of, but she does have a small Facebook group where people come to listen to her awesome live streams. We decided to set up a small group coaching program for her to just see how that might go because she really likes working with women in that setting anyway. She didn't have to do a big launch. She didn't have to send out an email blast. All she did was reach out to women in her Facebook group who she had identified in advance as people who she thought that she might be able to help. She created a simple application using Google Form, but it all just started with a simple Facebook message on Messenger. So it looks something like this. She'd send an audio message and say something like, "Hey, Sally, this is Ariane. I just wanted to let you know that I'm putting together a small pilot program, a group coaching program, where I'm going to be working with women to help them fill in the blank, XYZ. And I know that you've been working on your ABC business, and I really think that this program might be the perfect fit for you. If you want more information, just let me know and I'll send you over a link." So this voice message that Ariane left was really personable and really warm. And she reported that it felt really natural and doable for her. She didn't feel awkward or salesy or anything like that. And then when people replied to say, "Yes, I am interested. I'd like some more information," Ariane would send a link to a really simple landing page. And in fact, because she has no landing page software, we just put together something on a free platform called spark.adobe.com. And on that page, it lists the specifics of how the program would work, the cost of the program. And then the call to action on the page was, if you're interested in reserving your spot, click here, send me an email, and then they'd send her an email. And then I think she would just send them a link to her PayPal. And that's how she filled up her first group coaching program. So this method really is such a relief for so many people who don't love launching, or if you don't have a big list. And the thing is, it is absolutely scalable, especially in the beginning. So Ariane started with 6 women at a certain price point. Let's say she started at $1,000 a person and 6 people, so $6,000. But next time she offers this, she now has testimonials and real case studies. So now she can easily double the price. She could double the number of participants. And if she ever reaches a point where she doesn't want more than, let's say, 12 participants in any one group, she could easily launch a second group that meets on a different day if she was interested. The other benefit as an entrepreneur of hosting these small group coaching programs is that the next point of scale is that you now have an audience of people who have proven results. You've developed a deep working relationship with these people. Now they might be ready for your higher level mastermind or your one-on-one coaching, or maybe a live retreat that you're hosting. Now you might be thinking, "Oh my goodness, I do not feel like I'm an expert enough at whatever it is that you're currently doing." But here's the thing. You don't have to be the world's best such and so. You just have to be able to ask yourself this question: can I help this person? And if that answer is yes, then you are expert enough. Sometimes you really only have to be a couple of steps ahead of a person. And a large part of why these groups are so successful is because it goes beyond you and your expertise. As I said earlier, my coach is an absolute genius. He gives us great information, but I stay in his group, not just because of him, but because of the other people who are in the group and all of the value that they bring. And finally, accountability is huge. This is built into a program like this. Most of us do not need more information. We have gobs of information out there. We can Google something or find a YouTube video on just about any subject under the sun. But to have a group that you have to check in with each and every week on your progress, with your wins and your losses, well, that's huge. And as a solopreneur working in front of a computer in an office all by your lonesome, well, a group like this just becomes a fantastic lifeline to the outside world. So I'd love to hear from you. Are you currently hosting a group coaching program? Have you been a part of a group coaching program? What has worked? What hasn't worked? I really want to know. So make sure and send an email to jennifer@jenlehner.com, or you could tweet me at JENRGY, or you can send me a DM on Instagram. I'm Jen_Lehner. And if you're interested in learning more about my group coaching program, you can go to theaccelerator.jenlehner.com/application, or just send me a DM and I'll send you a link. And if you're not already a part of my free online classroom, The Front Row, head on over to frontrowclassroom.com. See you next time.